Anyway, moving on to the next thing on our agenda this week. This is an interesting topic. This is also going to be more controversial than it should be, and this is something that gets my blood boiling a little bit, and that is the viability of gaming as a career. Um,
Man, I'm so about it. I'm so about it.
20.
I
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You have facts. You Before I start giving my opinion.
2018, Katie may not even know this, in August of 2018, on the 12th of August in 2018, I decided to become a full time gamer. And up until about probably January of this year, I was still streaming video games 150 to 200 hours a week, sometimes more than that. And we've done pretty well at it for the last almost 6 years. Um, but it was funny. Katie came to me, I want to say a couple weeks ago when we were on 2 or 3 of this show and wanted to talk about gaming. And I was so excited that you brought that up because this right here is more of a hot button topic than it needs to be. And we should
It's
really spend
so
some time
weird.
on this. It is.
Like, okay, let me just start out by telling you my little history with gaming. So, mom, um, video games are a waste of time. I'm not letting you waste your time. So, and I mean, up until lately, like, and I mean, still lately, but like, I'll sit down and like, my mom will come over. Man, I watch gaming all day, all
Mm-hmm.
the time, because I'm just now starting to like get into it myself, and it's only because of Jackson. But I've always loved it. Even if I never played it, I always watched it, and I've always loved gameplays and everything like that. And even my mom, I remember she would like come in my room and she'd be watching it with me,
So
watching
I'm
it with
I'm
me.
a big time sports fan. And
Yeah.
I love me some football and some baseball. And right now, my Celtics are making a run at it, and by God, the Mavs are as well. So we'll see what that's about.
Stars.
Could be.
Let's
Yeah,
go
that's right.
stars.
Dallas Stars are doing well as well. But this could be a Boston versus Dallas NBA Finals this year.
Don't try. Okay, NBA basketball's cool and all, but as long as it ain't baseball, ha ha, or hockey.
My point, though, is this. My favorite game right now, probably to play, is a game called PUBG Battlegrounds. And I'm here to tell you, I have watched 4 or 5 straight years of the World Championship in PUBG. There is nothing that I have ever seen in my 48 years on this planet that is more exciting to me than watching 16 teams of 4 try to kill each other on the battlegrounds in PUBG. And I honestly, I challenge anybody out there to try to watch an esports tournament and not get invested in it. That's the
Yeah,
first thing.
I it's so funny because like people speak of sports, like people get so involved with sports. It's like an extracurricular. It is a waste of time. If you want to say it's a waste of time, it's a waste of time. Like it's like you're just sitting there watching the TV. You know what I mean? And you're so like engulfed in it. I mean, there's if you want to talk shit about gaming, might as well talk shit about sports too. Just saying.
Or anything else. I mean, it doesn't have to be
Yeah.
anything else. I mean, this is all about expectation. That's all it is. And the expectation in society is that if it's not like blue collar work, then it's not good enough. And that's
Yep.
just not fair
That's
because,
kind of what I was getting at because like
mm-hmm.
sports are so like normal and everybody's crazy about
Well,
sports. You
it's
know what I
like the
mean?
terms influencer and digital creator, right? Those are two things that are getting bandied about a lot nowadays. But they are viable career paths. And
Yep.
honestly, it has nothing to do, honestly, with the game itself. What I have done for almost 6 years as a full time content creator, a full time influencer, a full time digital creator, whatever you want to call it, I've been a bartender for 6 years, Katie. That's what my job has been. I've been a psychologist, a psychiatrist. I've been a shoulder to cry on. I have been somebody to talk to in the middle of the night when someone's depressed in Brazil. I've been the guy that's laughing with his friends and stopped somebody from committing suicide that I didn't even know that we were stopping committing suicide because he was a combat veteran. And we found out about this later from somebody else that he came into my channel one night and was going to put a gun in his and pull the trigger and wouldn't be here anymore. Came into my stream one night at like 3:30 in the morning, and all of us, me and my friends, were playing a game called Ark and laughing and having a good time. And for some reason, us just laughing like that stopped that man from pulling the trigger.
Okay, listen, you can't start doing stuff like that because I'm about to start crying.
This is just one true story of many that I have. That's very humbling when you're the creator that helped a man do that or not do that in this case. It's
absolutely
very humbling, and honestly, it's a reminder of why I have done it. But there are lots of different viable ways to make a living as or with gaming as part of your career. And there's streaming, which is what I've done.
Yeah.
There's developing games. There's esports, as I mentioned. Sponsorships in gaming is absolutely ridiculous. I've been a full partner with HyperX Gaming for almost 5 years. Never thought that would ever happen for me, but it did, and that's incredible stuff. Awesome. Advertisements, just ads playing on my videos when I'm live, and honestly, it's a tough thing to do. One of the hardest things I've ever done as far as, trying to make a living, for sure. And for a couple of reasons. One, you are fully dependent on other people having disposable income.
Yep.
And so when the world is going to shit and people are all struggling, then that means the content creators are going to struggle as well. That's the main thing.
Yep.
And the other thing that's always really been difficult for me personally is every single month you might make some money. You might do really well. I've had really good months. I've had really bad months. But every single month on the first, it goes back to zero.
Mm-hmm.
Your dollars and cents is zero, and you don't have a job, a regular job where you go into work and work 8 hours and you know how much you're going to get paid and you know how much taxes are going to be and all of that. I don't have that luxury. So I could stream 122 hours like we did this last month and make 75 cents an hour, which is what I did this last month. And so it all depends on you being interesting enough for other people to want to invest in, and not just once, but repeatedly.
Yeah.
And that's
absolutely
all. It all boils down to influencing people. And like the gentleman that didn't pull the trigger, we influenced him. Did I know I was doing that? Of course not.
No.
But
and
it
see
happened.
That right there, I mean, I'm obviously I'm not in a game. I mean, I am in a gaming, but definitely not on your level. But as any entertainer, any influencer, any digital creator, that's really like not something you could hope for, but that you hope that you can make a change in somebody's life like that. Like that right there, personally, lifetime goal. Like
it is.
It's so awesome to hear things like that, because you don't think about like what one simple little joke that might just make a simple little laugh, for the first time in a week or the first time in 2 weeks, first time in a year.
It's like tonight, finding out about my friend Connor, who I've never met in real life, may never get to meet him in real life, and finding out that his mom passed away today. And I'm going to show you this, and Connor will probably see this. But I'm going to show you this. In my building, I have a representation for my friend Connor in this building. He lives in Puerto Rico. I've never met him, but he's represented, and I'll show you. This is Connor's representation in my stream room. This is a stuffed hermit crab.
Uh-huh.
And the story behind that if I'm correct. Connor, you can correct me in a comment. Go ahead.
He's gonna correct you.
Probably. He lives in Puerto Rico and he finds hermit crabs all the time. And so he had this pet hermit crab that was supposed to die in like a week or two, and he had it for like months and months and months.
Aw.
And so when I saw that, I picked it up because I was like, okay, that'll be Connor's representation in my stream room. And so
I love that.
that's always on camera in here, always. But yeah, gaming is 100% viable. And you don't have to be a good gamer to parlay it into a career. Trust me, because I'm not that good.
Honestly, okay. Since we're gonna talk about gaming for a minute, I just like this year have like started like messing with gaming. Okay, you would think as a person that plays guitar, piano, whatever, all bullcrap, that I could, coordination. No, no, not at all. So, but I love it. I do. I find like my games that like, unfortunately, I really like story-based games.
Nothing unfortunate about that. That's great.
Yeah, but it comes to an end. So like,
yeah, but see, the thing is
so
once you finish a story game, there's another 400 story games out there waiting for you.
I have found, so I am very stubborn and I'm very nitpicky. So like, if it doesn't like catch my eye, I'm not, which I need to be better about. But I am getting better about it. I am finding my little niche.
So the games I have liked the most in my career or in my time streaming have been the ones that I thought in a million years I would never like them.
Yeah, like what?
So I just streamed a game called Cat Quest.
Okay.
And Cat Quest. Go ahead.
That's the kind of crap I'm about.
Mm-hmm. Cat Quest is just a little RPG game with a little cat on the screen where you're slashing dragons and wyverns and other animals, and it's essentially an RPG, and it was fun as hell, bro. Like, I had some fun with it.
My biggest problem with gaming, I get so stressed out.
I do too. I think half of the people that follow me because of my stream is because I rage so much.
I feel like I am in the game. Like, this is my life. Yep. I don't care what you're saying to me. Everything goes out the window. And I'm like freaking out like I'm physically about to die. Like, physically about to die.
So like, you sound like my wife. Yeah, you sound like my wife when she's playing.
Yeah, so maybe we could do an episode of that. That'd be fun.
That would be fun. We should try it, maybe.
We should.
We'll do like a co-stream or something. That would be fun.